Yes, sir. Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you.
And see the screen also, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is Vasu Deshpande from Easylib Software Private Limited. I am going to show you Easy One application. That's for the entire. That's an enterprise management system. What we call it as EMS. EMS. It's also referred to as ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. How the name came up as ERP was that most of the applications were written for inventory management. That's like, in a factory environment, how many material are there? Okay. Let's say if you take a rice mill, how many raw rice bags are there? How many boiled rice bags are there? How many 50 kg bags are there and so on. That is how this resources, these are all the resources actually. So, okay. So there is a sales involved, purchase involved, there are many people involved in an association, how many people are there as employees and all that. That is how the software got developed. And this is an enterprise, and these are the resources. And the manufacturing planning is what calls the name Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP application. But here, what we want to do is we want to use this name as Easy One Enterprise Comprehensive Management System. So that means it's much more than the resource planning or the inventory. It's a beyond that, it's going to be an application for your entire organization. The name VZ1 we have come up with. The reason is that there should be one application that should do most of the things that you require for your organization. Okay, so how do you log into Easy One application? It's very simple. When you become a customer of ours, you will get a URL. Here, what I'm going to type is the URL for our existing one of these sample applications. Okay, so now I am logging into the sample enterprise management system application of Easy One. Okay, so there are two logins over here. One is the student login, other one is the administration login actually. Okay, so there are multiple logins. The administrator login could have multiple things, the one who is the data entry operator could be an administrator, head of the department, or the principal, or the dean, right? And the this is one type of administrative login ID. Then there is a faculty login ID. Then there are student login IDs. So in Easylib, in Easy One, what we have done is that it's all role based. You can decide which particular profile. As soon as you join an organization, you get a profile, whether you are a student, whether you are a faculty, or you are a dean, or principal, or the administrator, or a data entry operator, or anything. Based on your role, the access gets determined based on what has been set up. Okay. So now I am going to log in as a global admin over here. So that means you will see a lot more applications, lot more things over here based on the access I have got. Okay. So this is the entirely configurable web front-ending application. The beauty of Easylib and Easy One is that it's a one application that we are envisioning will do the entire end-to-end thing for an organization, including the library also. So that is why you will see a lot of library flavor, but at the same time, it does much more than that. So what I will do, I will go to the menu over here. When you go to the menu, you will see different applications here. ELMS stands for Enterprise Easylib Library Management System. Institutional Repository Management System. EVMIO is Visitor Management. Enterprise Complete Management System. Then there is an Academic Administration System, Learning Management System, System Admin, and so on. Okay. So here now for as soon as you scroll your mouse on one of these applications, right, you will get to see the different subsystems or the modules in that. If I go to the digital library, I will see this digital library, visitor management, enterprise one application management. Here there are quite a few, including the sales desk, service desk, finance management, and so on. And here is EAS is the academic administration system over here. Okay, so different applications are consisting of different modules. Okay, so now the focus for today's discussion is enrollment management. Take an example. You are a university. You have a few colleges and you are offering multiple courses for different academic years. That is how it is. So what I would do is I will go to the academic administration system. Okay. So here there are multiple applications in that: admissions, enrollment, fee management, journal, transport, and so on. For the purpose of this demonstration, I will directly go to the enrollment to studies. Okay, so let me tell you, before you go to this enrollment directly, right, there are a few things that you should have already, you would need to be familiar. How? Let me, for the benefit of these, to make it easy for you, let me go through a few of these applications that you would be requiring upfront to have a familiarity. These are the different modules. So here, one of the modules is what are the institutions you have got over here, right? So let me go over here, establishment, I'll go here, establishment. If I go to the establishment, here in your university, what are the institutes under that university? Okay, so here what we did was that when we developed the Easy1 application, we are trying to make it as exhaustive and as comprehensive as possible. That is why our test data contains IIBS, that's Business Studies School, Guleria Medical College, right? Then Dental College, IT company, CK Prahalad Institute of Management, Fali Nariman Law College, and so on. So we are feeding the test data from the varieties of the colleges. We are creating the test data and then feeding it to see how it goes. So in your institution, when you want to start a new college, you just want to make an entry here. Okay. So all the data, it's, that particular college is defined. So that is the first step. Then what you do is you have the, you would have to do the setup of the what you are going to teach in each of these particular grades, sections, and all that, right? That is part of this setup parameters. So here, if you go to the campus admin, here you are going to see what are the academic grades you are teaching. In Aryabhatta International School, you are teaching 8th grade, 9th grade. In Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, you are teaching something else. So now if I go to the medical college, you are going to teach MBBS first year, second year, third year, and so on. So this is another setup that you would do. Okay. So first you define an institution under university. Then you define different grades, what you are going to teach under each of this institution. So then there are many more of them. One thing that is important is what subject you are going to teach in each of them. So let me go into the subject over here. So subjects by grade. Okay. What it means is that, say, for example, Shakuntala Devi College, in BCom first year, what all subjects you are going to teach? This can be the exact replica of what the Bangalore University or whichever university you are affiliated to, you can just simply copy and define it. It makes the job very easy. And I'll tell you, we have even provided a lot of these imports also. You can import the grades, the different subjects you can import. Imagine this. If you have a university with about 50, if you have got a lot of courses being offered, what we have done is made it easy for you to import all the courses that you are offering at one go over here. So for this purpose, Shakuntala Devi College, for this grade, what are the subjects you are offering? So if it happen to be a medical college, again you go to the medical college, CK Prahalad Institute of Management, what all you are teaching? Again, you will see those of you who are from management background, right? Here, management college, strategic executive communication, industrial tour, foundations of accounting. These are the different subject codes for that particular subject and grade, whether it's a theory, practical, or all those things. So this is another setup. So first we defined institution, then we defined these different grades, then we defined those different subjects. Okay, now what we need to do? Now the topic of this today's webinar is enrollment, right? So who are you going to enroll? You need to enroll the students. So that means you should have already completed the admissions module. So for the purpose of, the admissions is a totally different module. So I think I have already conducted that, but I'll just directly go into the student master data. Okay, so student master data again over here, this master data is a part of these multiple applications. So here, if I click the student master data, here you will see the list of all the students that you have granted admission. Okay, so now say, for example, if I say 21 EAC, here Vijay Lakshmi and all that, 24 academic year, it all depends how you want to give. Here for a 24 EAC001, Rohit, Charan, for different people I'm giving. So you enter the master data of the students. So how do you do that? You go to the member entry screen, ESPL0108, I'm putting my name, my details will come over here. You can always add a new entry. So now we defined the student. Okay. So let me close all the other things that we are not going to use it. Okay. So now coming back to the directly the enrollment. Enrollment, how do you do that? Here what you do is, let me start again. You go to the menu. This is the new menu. In this Easy1 academic administration system, we are interested in the enrollment to studies. So I click here. Okay. Now I go here. This is where it gets very interesting because, here I am logged in as a global admin. So that means I have a lot more access over here. But when a data entry operator logs in, who has authority for only one institute, he will directly get the data for that institute. He doesn't have to choose. Very simple. So now for our testing purpose, I will choose, I have, let's say CK Prahlad Institute of Management, academic here, which academic here, this academic here, this MBA first year, and how many are enrolled. Nobody is enrolled. So now if I go to the previous year, again I'll see how many are enrolled. See now 24 CKP001, CKP002. These are all the students I have enrolled as students for your CK Prahlad Institute of Management for this academic year, for this grade, for this section. Now imagine this. See, you are a university or you are a college, you will have the data of every year, right? So what we have done is that we have made sure that we design the software so that even after multiple decades, the data should be clearly visible. So that is why if you go here, right, if I see this, these grade enrollment statistics. So now if I go to, let's say, CK Prahlad Institute of Management, click on it, I get to see for each academic year, what are the number of students and how many are enrolled. In this academic year, for this MBA first year, 23 are enrolled, 20 are enrolled, 20, MBA first year A, MBA first year B. And if you are going to define specialization, finance management, general management, 10 here. So now when you click on this, you will get to see the list of the students. It's, what we have done is that thanks to all of you who have given a lot of ideas. We sat with you, we discussed with you and try to make the things very simple for you. Okay. So now this screen shows for this college, for this academic year, who all are enrolled, how many people are enrolled over here. Okay, very simple. So now again, as I said earlier, definitely for different colleges, we have loaded the data here. But when we deploy it at your institution, right? If it is one institution, you don't have to choose this all these drop downs over here. It will directly default to the one particular organization of yours. Okay. All right. So let me have some water. Thank you. Okay. So now what we saw here was that we were seeing the people enrolled for that particular grade. Okay. For that section. Now, when you are in a school, when this is software is supposed deployed at a school, there is the enrollment like 8th grade, 9th grade, A section, B section and all. But now in the higher education institutes, there are a lot of electives over here. So now let's take this example of CK Prahlad Institute of Management. For this academic year, for this grade, okay, these are the different subjects. And now, if everybody is supposed to be enrolled in every subject, that's fine. Otherwise, Easylib provides ability for you to identify who all students have to be enrolled in what all year. So now 24 EAC 001, 24 EAC 002, 24 EAC 006, 6 is not found, 24 EAC 004, I skipped 3. Why? 3 might not have taken the corporate finance. Okay. So now I will have to just click on enroll all. So now it's enrolled. Very simple, right? It's just like, you know, we want to make the software very easy for you. That's how you just choose who all students have taken what all electives to enroll them. So now this is you are enrolling this Rohit into Rohit Reddy, Ishan Basappa, these all people are enrolled in CK Prahalad Institute of Management this academic year, MBA first year, A section, and let me ask a question. Why this? We have almost like a 1 hour for this demonstration of enrollment, right? It could be as simple as just we are doing this enrollment. Let me tell you, this is the backbone of your all other applications. So now, when you go over here and see what are the modules in the enterprise academic and then learning management. Okay. So now learning management timetable. Now, when the students of that CK Prahalad Institute of Management for logs in, based on what he's enrolled, whether in the first year, second year, or first semester, second year, academic year, it's going to show the timetable. Similarly, the attendance is dependent on the enrollment. Syllabus is again dynamic. The moment they log in, they'll click, they will see what all they have studied. Course reserve is a part of the library. The library will build the course reserve of what all the students have to study. So this is again accessible based on the enrollment. Complete learning management system. I'll show you how this learning management. Setting up the learning management is an exhaustive task. But when you are enrolled based on the enrollment, how the students get to see the data, I'll show you. Faculty teaching setup, assignments, quiz, exams, everything is dependent on these enrollment over here. Okay. Okay. So now, all right. So now what all we did first was grade. If the 8th grade, 9th grade, you are just enrolling the people in the 8th grade, A section, B section. Now, why is this grade batches there? It's an interesting thought. Why this grade batches there is because suppose if you happen to be a medical college, now you have A section, B section for theory, but for practical, right? You will have batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, and all that. It happens in engineering colleges because there could be 5 sections A, B, C, D, E. But as far as the practical, which of them are common for everything, right? So there could be a practical which is common for A section and B section. So rather than having those people enrolled into directly the practical, you will further divide into batch 1, 2, 3, 4, and all. It's almost like a parallel setup. A section may be C, D, E, here batch 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So now for the purpose of this medical college kind of institutions or the institution that have a practical enrollment, right? Practical over here. So here you can again, it's very simple. You just choose the academic year, MBBS first year. What is the batch? How many are enrolled? Very simple, right? Okay. Now let's come to this class and section. So this is the section where I showed, when I had choose the CK Prahalad Institute of Management, right? For this academic year. And these were the subjects. So now here there is the institution. Academic year is there. Grade is there. Then whether in ABCD section and the subject. Right? So we have gone really deep to make sure that your data is really visible. And I'll tell you how to import, how to enroll it. Either you can enroll one by one, take the ID card and scan one by one. That is the first option. Second option is that you can keep typing over here. Okay. That is another option. And you click on enroll. Or you can put the data in a text file. When there are hundreds of students who are enrolled, not in a sequence, all the USA numbers are quite different and all that thing. When you are enrolled, right? So at that time, you simply put it in a notepad and import that notepad. And it will import hundreds of students at a time. So this is based on the section. Now there is a batch also over here. Why this batch involved? Again, take this medical college exam. Medical college, here, there is an anatomy subject, right? Under that anatomy subject, then there are different batches put together. Batch 1, 2, 3, 4, and all. That is the reason we have got. So now let's simply see the statistics over here. So now if I say TK Prahalad Institute of Management, if I see click on list, I get the complete data of what all is happening in my college. And you can also get the data of what all is happening in your university. Because I am logged in as a global admin, I am able to see the list of all the colleges here. But when one particular staff logs in who has got only for that access, right? For that particular college, he will only see that. Okay, now. So now here, CK Prahalad Institute of Management, when I click in this academic year, MBA first year, these were 30 students. Another academic year for this subject, how many students? Like this, you will get the complete data over here. Okay. And let me tell you, the no software is something like 100% because there will always be a requirement for changing. Take an example. Is there a print button in this? You don't see, right? So there would be something like a print button that's going to come in future. So that's a part of the enhancements. Hundreds of enhancements are going on right now. Let me tell you in Easylib one, right? Easy one, almost 70 to 80% of whatever we surplus we get generate each year, we put back into the research and development. So most of the amount that we earn goes back in improving the product. So that's why I should be very thankful to all of you who have been supporting us. Today, the Easylib cloud application is running at nearly 270 colleges, right? So why? Definitely thanks to all of you who have used the application, found this very useful and given us the opportunity to serve you. Okay. So that's about 270 colleges and then continuously it's growing. So these all people use the different modules. Okay, so now coming back over here, cross section statistics academic year, and this is what I am seeing. And I click on it, I get to see. And suppose when you require something new enhancement to be done, very simple, you just click on the support. Okay, by the way, I'll tell you the support itself is also changing right now. Earlier, we used to have, this is the screen that was for the support earlier. Okay, and now all along for last 6-7 years, as we give a demo, right, whenever you come up with a new idea, we'll write it down. So let me, if I want to open a ticket, I simply go to the new over here, provide export button onto the enrollment statistics 3. Okay, and submit it. That's all, very simple. And now this is changing it and it's coming up with a newer one. And again, there you will have a different sequence of the tickets. Okay, so now this ticket is created. What all tickets you created, you simply click on it. You will see the complete history of what you created in your while using the software. You get to see, okay, okay, this ticket, no, please clear log of so and so college I put, and it's resolved on this thing. You get to see the complete details of what ticket was opened, when was it opened, who worked on it, how was it resolved, how much time they took to resolution, respond, everything is tracked in Easylib over here. Okay, so this is our ticketing system. Okay, so now coming back over here, so now where were we? So this was, we saw the class section statistics here. Similarly, there is a class batch, oh, the log out here, sorry. Oh, by the way, you know what? Even this is also changing over here. Earlier, our menus used to be like this. A lot of people told it there are so big over here, so many modules are, why don't you regroup? So this is how the new menu looks like, neatly organized by different applications. So we are going to go to the academic administration, enrollment to study over. Okay. So now these are the different one. We saw this grade enrollment statistics, grade batch statistics. You can see student enrollment import. At a time, you can import the students, when you are becoming our customer, right? So I'll tell you in about 20 years back, most of the things was entering the data directly onto the application. Now, those of who are becoming our customers, already have some other application or have the data in an Excel format. So that's what we do is we have given lot of import facilities over here. The download template, right? You just go over here, see the download template here. So you just see, if you see here, you will see. So this is the template, institution ID, 1, 2, 3, 4, what you are getting, because the software is designed for a university. So that's why you will see one on ID for the institution, grade code, what grade, what section, which student you are going to enroll, and what is the roll number. Either you can give it or system will generate automatically academic year code for which academic year you are enrolling. Very simple. You just build a list of about 1,000, 2,000, how many of your students are enrolled in your organization, enroll it, and you know what? Within one day, you have got the entire enrollment of your college up and running in Easy1. So that we try to make it a very fast, very simple, very easy to follow. So that's how this import facility is provided. Okay. So now this was the student enrollment. Those of you who have observed, right, here you will see the class enrollment for staff. Why there is an enrollment for staff? Let me tell you why. In a typical hard-coded software, one particular subject is going to be taken by one particular faculty. That is how normally happen. But you know what? That is not always the case, especially in the higher education system, or when even take an example when I was studying. When I was in PUC, I know that one of the best colleges actually. We had 3 lecturers for PUC first year physics, 3 for chemistry, 3 for mathematics, 2 for biology, 2 for statistics, 2 for Kannada, 2 for English. Many colleges have 1 for physics, 1 for chemistry, 1 for mathematics. In ours, we had multiple staff. Why? They were specialized in that particular area actually. Somebody was specialized in the physical chemistry, somebody in the analytical chemistry, somebody in the organic chemistry. So that is what we have done in Easylib is that we have provided ability, just like you enrolled the different students through the different classes, subjects, you can enroll different staff to teach that particular subject. So that way, when one particular staff becomes, if he is on a leave that day, automatically which is the other one who can take that particular class. Okay, to make that the entire replica of this, whatever the student enrollment, right, is all available for the staff also here. Okay, so that is what it is here. Equivalent, I'll skip that portion, I don't have to go over. Now we are seeing something called course-wise enrollment. That is an interesting thing, I'll tell you. Those of you heard of this, those of you are using the new education policy. In the old education policy, we have got BA first year arts, means these are the 5 subjects. Second year means these are the 5 subjects. Like that it goes. But when it comes to the new education policy, it's all free flow. So when you are running a university and you are teaching so many of them, you have an engineering college, medical college, dental college, pharmacy college, and all the different schools or whatever the schools, if you are calling them, or the department you are calling them, or the colleges you are calling, when I get enrolled in a particular university, I can choose 2 from this institute, 2 from this institute, 2 from here, 2 from here. I can build my own specialization of, let's say, something like 120 credits. Because each subject will have 3-4 credit or whatever. So this new education policy gives the students utmost flexibility on what all they want to choose. And why I am so excited this new education policy, whether you call it as a new education policy, old policy, Karnataka policy, this flexibility is really required because this is what will help make sure that students, when they come out of the college, they are more employable. They are more employable in the society, in the organization. So, typical example why this is so important. Let me tell you about this engineering college. So, most of the students study the engineering subjects. But when an engineering comes out, does he have the knowledge of accounting? Does he have the knowledge of basic finance? Does he have the knowledge of interpersonal skills, presentation skills, communication skills, right? And operation research? Some of them may be electives, but there may be many more things that are required for the particular student to be better employed. Okay, so that is why what we have done in Easylib is that we have made it ability to define the courses and offer them across these different different grades, without even assigning them to a particular grade, you can assign. But because somewhere you have to assign, so what we have done is that, for example, CK Prahalad Institute of Management, we have taken integrated MBA we have put. So now if you see, imagine this MBA first year, if you are following the old education policy, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 subjects are coming. Second year, how many are coming? 6 subjects are coming. But when I see integrated, this is the new education policy, I see so many of them. So now this integrated MBA means I can be MBA first year student. I just have got admission to MBA first year. He also got, but he will be studying 2 subjects. He will be subject to some other 2 subjects. So easily provide the ability to take the enrollment that through that new education policy, and again same import the multiple students file the based on the file and so on you can do. And here is the statistics that tell you for each academic year under what all grades the students are enrolled. Let me tell you, even this itself, setting up the test data itself is extremely complex here. You can see here, we can see we have defined the academic year for so many years, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And many of the students, the enrollment data, if you see here, 2022, 23 is there. Why? Because we have been experimenting since last 3 years to make the software. Today, if I am coming and giving you the demo and then saying that it's very easily, you can import the data, see the statistics. Behind this, there is a few years of groundwork done over here. Okay. So now the benefit of the groundwork is that it will make your deployment very smooth and pretty confident. It will be very smooth. You just have to give us the opportunity and we will deploy it for you. Okay. CK Prahalad Institute of Management Industrial 2, this one again very simple. All of the students and all that. Okay. So now this is from the administration point of view. I told how to enroll and how to see the report. Let me log in as a student here. I will show you how the students, when they log in, based on the enrollment. So what I will do is I will go and log in here again to the test environment. Here I'll choose login. Here instead of Vasu MD, I am going to choose my ID. Sorry, what did I click? So now I am logged in as a student here. So when I log in as a student here, see the menu here, something quite different, right? So Vasu menu, Vasu logout. But here it was much bigger over here because the administration login. Here the student login. When the student login here, he is able to see. We'll skip all others. Directly go to the My Studies, My Grade section. What all grade section he is enrolled in? He is enrolled in IIBS for this academic year for this particular grade. And this is the timetable. If it is set up, it will come. Okay. So what all he is enrolled over here, you are able to see that data. Okay. Now, what all batches he is enrolled in? Again, you can see here. If I am enrolled in a medical college, I'll see the medical data here. What institute, what grade batch. What all grade section subjects, IIBS, this academic year grade section fundamentals of management. Here there is a subject. Here it was only previously it was only the grade. Now there is a particular subject wise also you are seeing the data here. Similarly, there is a batch also. And now there is a course. This course is across all these course batches I have enrolled in. And now this course related data comes from the learning management module. That itself is the big module here. Actually, if I go here, there is an enterprise learning management. learning management. Here you are going to see the way to build the different subject materials, add that by course, by session material, get the listing, report, integrate. Oh, no, this is a very exhaustive learning management system built within Easy1 software. Okay, so now for the purpose of discussion, I will only show when the students logs in, right? He will see based on the learning management setup for this academic year, for this grade, for this roll number, this is roll number, what are the courses? These are the courses. Now, something that is easy for you to understand, I'll take. And if you know, I had enrolled in integrated MBA, remember? So these are the courses. Integrated MBA has got integrated MBA subject, okay, strategic management, executive communication. These are the different core subjects. Under that integrated MBA, I am seeing this. Now, if I am enrolled in the MBA first semester, right? And I will see the different MBA first semester, all branches. Here are the different courses I have got. Software company, again, you can put it. So what we do is we use the software to train you also. When you become our customer, right? We enroll you as a student under this Easy1 application user. You click on it, you will see to learn Easylib 6.4 or 8.4, what are the sessions you need to attend. So there is a circulation, cataloging and all that. To learn the Easy1 application, you know, session title, campaign management, this one, this one, this one, too many of them. To become master of Easy1 application, we recommend that you see all these things over here. And you know, software keeps a track of what all you studied, when did you study and all that. This is what we did to teach you the software that you are going to use for management. Now, similarly, when you are teaching one particular subject to student, right, you can build a replica just like integrated MBA. What are the courses? For each courses, define, you know, this is a marketing management. Marketing management has got, let's say, one semester. That one semester means roughly about 16 weeks. So week number 1, week number 2, 3, what all you are going to cover, 16 weeks. And first semester, first week, this is what you want the student to study. And these are all the reference material. First week, second week, third week. So like this, the entire curriculum planning of what the students should study, you can do this one time, 1 year. Next year, if the syllabus is same, you just have to copy paste. That's all. Imagine the amount of effort you are going to save just in this itself. And now if you want to do any changes, you want to add a new material, you simply go and add the new material when you log in as a faculty. And when the students logs in, he will see the 4th and 5th items over here. Okay. So that is how this enrollment module influences the learning management, how the students would see the data based on what they are enrolled in. Okay. All right. So now it's about 3:42, and this enrollment model is like a foundation. You know, it's like a foundation because it impacts so many other modules. But module itself is very small because all you are doing is already the admission is done. Fee collection is a different module. Member data is already created. Then you are putting the different students under grade, section, class, batch, by year, by, you know, all that subject, and you are putting it here. Okay. But it is almost like a foundational course for every installation. So when you become our customer of Easy1, this will be one of the first modules we work with you to implement and import the data. As you saw over here, right? It's like within 30 minutes, we could define a university, we could define a college, we could define a grade, we could define a subject, we could define, create the member data, we could enroll the member into different grade, subject sections and all that. And if it happens to be a lot more grades, subjects and all that, within a week or so, this should be done. And of course, it also depends on how big is your college, how many courses you are offering, how many students are there, how much variety of enrollment is there. The deployment will go for a few weeks. But definitely I can promise you, it is not like a year-long implementation. So once you become a customer, within a month, reasonably, you will be in a very good shape related to the easy one deployment for your entire university. Okay. All right. This is what I wanted to cover in the enrollment module today. And then in the subsequent webinars, right, we will go into the lot more over here. What all we will cover? We are going to cover these academic administration will cover admissions. I think it's already covered. Enrollment we did today. And another session, fee management. Journal publication, that is for to faculty for them to come up with a new publications, and then thereby you get a better grade and also increase the visibility. Donor, alumni management, student surveys and all that. And this is the academic administration. And here we put this academic in the enrollment also in the academic administration, because you enroll the students once a year, right? You don't, even if there are some students who come in middle, hardly 2-3% of the students who come in the middle of the year. So that is why it's more of an administration function we put over here. And once the enrollment is done, it is all used by the learning management system, including timetable. We will have a separate session on the timetable. If I go to the this timetable module itself, right? You can imagine how big is it. See, there are so many screens over here. It's about 20 or 25 screens. Again, it goes very deep, it doesn't even hardcode what is Monday, what is Tuesday and all that thing. Because, in some colleges, most of the colleges in India, we have got Monday is the first day of the week. But in some colleges, um, Tuesday is the first week. And Monday is a weekly holiday. So that's why, even week 1, day 1, 2, and all that is all parameterized in easy one. Then even the start time, end time. Some colleges start at 8 o'clock, some at 9 o'clock, some at 10 o'clock. Some have 55 minutes, some have 45 minutes, some have 1 hour session. Again, this is all parameterized by year, by course. Within the university, you can do all the different setup. So that is why I would say this has taken a few years for us to develop. Just the date of 2023 means that we started the work in 2023 itself, right? So back then itself. So now it is getting into the shape where we are confident of giving you, and then happy that some of them are already started using it. So would love to have you as our customer. So now the other modules are in the attendance, complete attendance. We enroll the students in grade section and the subject. Again, there is an ability to take the attendance based on the different. Are you taking as soon as the student enter the college campus, everything is attended, or is the attendance taken per class, or is it taken by the per grade? What happens to the practical attendance? All of them are thought through. The way what we have done is how we developed the software is that, let me share the background, how we have developed it. That can build you more confidence on what goes behind it. Okay, so now if you look at, I am sharing my folder over here. There is a folder called tenders and RFP. And these are all the worldwide tenders, right? So these are all the tenders belonging to different universities, colleges, and they all have given requirement of what all they want in their campus. So we studied those, we interacted with a lot of you, and then we used our imagination. That is how we have come up with this software for you to make it very easy and to make sure that the deployment happens within a week or two, and the usage is smooth. The other modules within the learning management are going to be syllabus I covered, course, we saw that, right? We will cover it in different sections. Okay. So that's about it. Thank you very much for joining this webinar. It's a short one. As I think it's about 40 minutes or 45 minutes I took. And I look forward to seeing you in the next webinar. Um, my contact details, definitely they are right here. So let me type it. I think it is easiest way over here. So you can reach any of our team members or me. Okay. And if you want to see those the videos of the past webinars, you can go to YouTube and /Easylib demo. Easylib is an easy one we use interchangeably. This is our channel. There are quite a few videos over here. You can simply go and here's the whole world of videos. And those of you who are already enrolled as a student, you can also, some of these videos are also directly linked over here. Okay. So this was the live, past few webinar. Student master data entry. There was a catalog equation module 1. There was this is 8 mistakes to avoid while automating your library. That was a session held a couple of days back. The LMS module. Then there is a home page. How do we set up this home page and so on. So yeah, thank you very much for joining. I look forward to many sessions. The forum is now open for questions. Kindly feel free to unmute yourself and ask the question, or you post in the chat, and I'll be happy to take those questions for you. Thank you so much. Sana, you can stop the recording.
Yes, sir, sure.